Coming up next in Nine's Morning News, the latest on the technical issue that saw a plane plunge over the Tasman, injuring dozens of passengers and crew. 2 men arrested after a man was dragged from his car and stabbed to death on the Gold Coast. Tragedy in Japan, 2 New Zealand skiers killed in an avalanche at Mount Yote. And we'll have an update on the Princess of Wales Photoshop fail. For all those stories and more, see you at 11:30.
This is 9 News with Kate Creedon.
Good morning. Aircraft manufacturer Boeing is investigating after a flight from Sydney to Auckland descended into chaos, seemingly dropping out of the sky, injuring dozens of passengers. Mark Burrows joins me in the studio. Mark, any word on what caused the issue?
Absolutely terrifying. Mark Burrows, thank you.
A long-awaited report has recommended some Aussies pay more for aged care services. Let's go live to Amanda Kopp at Parliament House. Amanda, what does the report say? We'll take you straight to Greenvale in Melbourne's northwest now, where police are addressing the media following a deadly shooting this morning.
Good morning. My name's Danny Travellini. I'm a Detective Senior Sergeant.
And that's where we'll leave that press conference. Just recapping, a 64-year-old man was gunned down outside his Greenvale home in Melbourne this morning. Police haven't ruled out gangland links at this stage. They say it's too early to know in the investigation, but they're calling for any witnesses to come forward. Drama is continuing to follow the royal family, with Princess Kate apologising for a Photoshop blunder that saw a Mother's Day picture of her and her children the subject of intense internet scrutiny. Europe correspondent Brett McLeod explains.
It was only a few hours after that happy snap of Kate and her children was released that internet detectives started to recognise there was something seriously wrong.
Years of the pandemic. Stay with us. Coming up on Nine's Morning News, why Grand Prix fans are being put on notice. And Roosters forward Spencer Luai learns his fate over a racial slur. To a developing story in Sydney's inner west. These pictures are just coming into our newsroom of a house fire in Concord. A single-storey home on Broughton Street is well alight. Thick smoke can be seen billowing from the roof. A number of fire crews are on the scene and they are currently undertaking checks to see if there's anyone inside. The flag of Sweden has been raised at NATO headquarters a week after the Nordic country renounced its neutrality and joined a security alliance amid heightened fears of war after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Swedish Prime Minister says his nation has come home at the ceremony in Brussels, where he stood side by side with NATO's Secretary General. The rugby league world is coming to terms with Spencer Lenu's 8-match ban for calling Ezra Mam a monkey during a Broncos and Roosters clash in Las Vegas. Speaking to Today on police and security on hand to reinforce the new rule. Stay with us. Your weather details are next. Before we check the weather, this shot just coming into our newsroom live from our chopper. A minibus has crashed in Sydney's Botanic Gardens. It's gone down an embankment at Mrs Macquarie's Chair right on the harbour. All passengers have been taken off safely. They'll now have to figure out how to remove the vehicle. Taking a look at the national weather forecast, warm but a little cloudy in Brisbane, a sunny 31 in Sydney, hotter in Canberra, 33 degrees, overcast in both Melbourne and Hobart, reaching 34 in Adelaide, grey skies across Perth, heavy showers expected to hit Darwin. Tomorrow, more grey skies expected in Brisbane, overcast also in Sydney and Canberra, Melbourne showers and 20 degrees, grey and 21 in Hobart, 33 the top in Adelaide, 30 degrees forecast for Perth and more rain for Darwin. And that is Nine's Morning News. We'll be back at 4 p.m. with your afternoon news, 5 p.m. in Perth. I'm Kate Creedon. Thanks for your company. We'll see you soon.